from Wako forcing further down his own priority list.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, for BDS, this could be the turning point. Kai'Sa has been let through by the side of PSG. They did not first pick it. Was that the key pick coming into this series? Was that the piece of information that PSG maybe underestimated, maybe overestimated on their way to answer it? So, for them, PSG still have a job to do. They still know what they need to do in order to come out with a victory here. It's just win. It's that simple. It's a
just win.
Just win. It's that easy. But they've done it twice. Can they do it a third time for BDS? And they take an all-important second step to getting themselves back towards the reverse sweep. Took them a while in game number 3. See how much cleaner or not it will be in game number 4.
We'll see what they can cook up for us here. Also, with the Nautilus, level 1s are interesting. You also have Ivern, interesting level 1s. We'll see if they have something, because that is what BDS is sort of known for. And they are no strangers to making games a little crazy.
Crazy is our game. It's LPL, not LECs. Well, the level 1s were predicted, if you will, but not spotted out for the moment. Everyone just grouped together. Nobody gonna find anything of any worth.
They are spotted out, and BDS does spot the fact that they were spotted out, and now PSG going for the long wraparound. Are you stronger level 1 in a 5v5 face check? I'm not sure.
I don't think so with an Ivern, unfortunately, and an Ignite on the Garen as well. So
Garen spinning on 5 people feels pretty good, I will say. If you get a 5-man knock-up with Woody, and Maple has extra buttons because he's Jace level 1.
Yeah.
But nothing will happen, unfortunately.
Nothing will happen, but the vision was cleared, so PSG happy with the information they were able to garner. BDS now recognizing that everything's just kind of calmed down again. So, coming back into this matchup, coming back into kind of the top lane, if you will, I want to see Adam really put pressure onto Azhi. Azhi has an exceptional series. In that last game, it just felt like he kind of lost his way a little bit on the Gnar, but he was still doing exceptional work in this, and Adam has been put in his place.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a 1v9 for Azhi. This series has been absolutely popping off. And while Adam did have a much better game in the previous one, in the mid to late game portion, having really incredible team fights on Olaf, which can be difficult to do, the laning phases have largely gone Azhi's way, and we'll see if this Garen pick can finally win him one early on, because that might throw a whole new dynamic into this series.
We won't get hyped up for a Nautilus level 1 hook just yet.
Hey bro, he took 200 HP off him, that's it!
And his passive's gonna come up in about 3 minions.
He's gonna heal himself back up.
Yeah, he'll be fine. So, I mean, look, it's kind of how we see it, but it does give priority over to the side of BDS. It is the way of the Aphelios matchup. Aphelios isn't really a champion at level 1, to be perfectly honest. He just can switch between the guns, and then he gets an ability afterwards. As we get the spin to win, it's a bit of a Beyblade up on the top side, a Beyblade battle.
Yeah, one's a helicopter, one's a blender.
Yeah. I guess, what would be a blender?
I like Beyblade, but...
Yeah, Beyblade blenders.
Did you ever play it?
I used to play
Do you ever grip it and rip it?
Yeah. It was a fun game at the time, but I don't think I've played it in a very, very long time, as you can see now.
I was all over Beyblade back in the day, but here...
Have you watched the animation since?
No.
It has not held up. It really has not held up.
I went back and I watched a lot of those old school Saturday morning cartoons, Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, don't really hold as great. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Holds.
Yu-Gi-Oh! is actually still hilarious.
Yu-Gi-Oh! holds.
There's a fight happening.
There is a fight happening, as we do get the red buff being hit up here. Does Azhi look for a little bit more? He looks like he wants to maybe go for a leaf strike, but yeah, Sheo getting punished a little bit for the fact that he did go for that cheeky invade, and that's just kind of the power of the Ivern. He's able to put down so much of those passive camp spawns, but he does lose a lot of HP because of it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, still very happy though, as he has his whole bot side to just grab up here. So some nice pathing out of Sheo, the Ivern master coming out ahead here off some nice early clears, and while it looked a little scary there with Azhi jumping in, it did cost him his wave to kind of do that a little bit, so Adam gets the shove and some pressure back on the top side and leaves nothing with JunJia to do.
And that's the thing as well. I think with JunJia, it does feel like when you have a moment like this where you do get them to kind of, go for an invade, go for something slightly off, kind of kilter, it does feel like it moves them away from what they would normally do. They go a little bit crazier and they're not quite sure exactly where they need to be at certain times. So Sheo, if he can get around that chaos and kind of force it to be a positive for the side of BDS, that could be huge.
Well, right now, yeah, it's resulting in a split map situation where Wako's feeling scared to walk forward and actually try and grab some of this CS here. Now Labrov has an angle.
He does get the hook there on top of the Alistar, who will take a fierce chunk of damage. The Ignite is ticking. One more auto, and Crownie gets first blood. Massive move there from BDS all around the pathing.
Nice setup there by Labrov, landing that hook. I'm not sure if Woody was able to proc his aftershock there. I didn't see if he got a knock up there or was trying to use his E to get it done, but either way, that results in him getting locked up. Easy free hits for Crownie, flashes in to finish that one off. Well worth it, though.
Absolutely well worth it, and this is the problem with the side of having an Aphelios. Aphelios needs time to kind of stack up. We see Adam clearing out most of this wave. He's falling behind a little bit on the CS department, but forcing back Azhi to get himself a little bit of a freeze in that top side.
Yeah, as we've seen, Adam is not too perturbed about falling behind individually in CS. He's more than happy to take that if something else is happening on the other side of the map. And that's exactly what happened here. Woody does not Q, might have been on cooldown. Otherwise, you should be popping that right away for the aftershock to keep you alive after taking the hook there. It allows them to burn him down, get that kill, and now Sheo and Labrov making a move onto Azhi.
Azhi, there's a little bit of a move onto him now. Gets hooked back, will have the flash that he needed. He's getting stunned up, but do they have the damage afterwards? The ignite goes in, flash over by Adam. He wants this kill, needs it to spin to win. Let's Beyblade! Adam picks up the kill.
Chops right through Azhi with the rest of the team showing up there, unlocking themselves and moving around the map. Labrov making his presence felt with Sheo. The two of them comboing together, and JunJia and Woody just too far behind the play, doing what best they can to hold the wave, but that was after Azhi's TP, so it's going to be a long time before he's back up there collecting farm and experience.
Yeah, Adam will gladly tank up this turret just so he knows that he can get this full stacked wave crashed in, and there's the crowd right behind BDS.
Definitely one of the surprise hometown favorites in Korea. You see,
who knew?
You see tons of fan signs for them. The crowd loves Adam's picks. Small but vocal fan base in the Korean community. And here you see it, comboing together. Just three people, no way out for him here. Just so much CC. And while he did have full health, so it took a while to burn through him, eventually Adam is able to flash follow and melt him down.
And that comes off of a great rotation from Labrov, and I really want to hit home how impressed I've been with Labrov this entire playing stage. He has had a couple of small games or so where he's not looked incredible, but just in a general sense, it really does feel like he has leveled up fantastically to be a top-tier support for his team. These plays are all coming off of him, and even in the last game on the Alistair, he was the one kind of dividing the rest of PSG to make sure BDS could hit the targets.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the proactive play out of BDS after the slow game one and the shellacking that was game two. This feels like a completely different series. Game three, totally back and forth. This is the first early game where BDS really feels pretty heavily in control, where they're all over the map. They're sweeping out tons of wards. There's almost no vision available for PSG. It's just that one pink ward on the south side of mid lane. And it's putting pressure on them. You can see this gold lead up to 1,000 now and some CS advantages slowly coming through. Adam is now crawled back ahead of Azhi. Bot lane pretty even, mid lane pretty even.
For PSG, obviously we are fully on the hype chain of BDS for the moment, but for PSG, this is a new look, if you will, that they need to try and figure out, because they haven't got an answer for the Kai'Sa so far, and everything else seems to be falling back into place for BDS. For PSG, I need to see them look for something, because in game one, they played it slow and steady. They won out in terms of mechanics. Game two, they smashed and didn't really have to answer for anything that BDS threw at them, because there was nothing to answer for. So right now, they're looking at another game where they need to have an answer for what BDS are throwing at them.
Yeah, I think PSG, we were talking about coming in, seemingly have downloaded BDS, having good pinches on the pool, but as soon as Crownie start taking away the Kai'Sa, the drafts have not quite been as impressive. The fact that you first pick the Maokai to take it away to combo with the Jace, fair enough, very strong composition, but it does not pinch Sheo at all. He's very happy to take the Ivern here.
Oh, Hex Flash over the wall, going to be brought in here. There's a pink ward there as well. Azhi is getting the CC down, but I mean, it's a Garen. He's got plenty of tenacity, even with the Berserker Greaves. It should just be them forfeiting over this Rift Herald, because the AD carry in mid lane of BDS are not here. This is a 3v5 at best for the side of BDS, but here we go. They're going to try and jump in. They get down the Maokai route, and they will pick up that kill. Azhi is ticking down with the Ignite, but will not go down. Now Labrov has a flash available to him. Don't think he's going to need it just yet. Maybe they look to turn and burn on this fight. They still have Adam with a little bit of damage. A flash available. They jump in. They get the root down. He flashed away. The miasma not down quick enough. Not quite able to get the flash forward. Petrifying gaze onto JunJia, and he finally ticks down. Azhi and Wako finally coming in. Nuc on the wrong side of this fight. While that was all happening, it was always going to be a 5v4 because Crownie was mid.
Yeah, Crownie had been forced back after eating a lot of shock blasts from Maple, so he was slow showing up in the play, and I think BDS hanging around, not the worst idea. Maybe you can stall it out, but they got a little too aggressive onto Azhi. Might have been a 1-for-1 on the tail end of that, but then the fight just continued to progress from there. 2-for-1, I believe it is, at the end of it.
Yes.
We'll take a look here as, again, you can see Azhi threatening the flank, doing the right thing, and I kind of like the idea of hopping on top of him with the rest of the team and Labrov, but Sheo is just not on the same page. He's too focused on actually contesting the objective rather than just finding a cleanup kill on the other side of the fight, and that is what allows this chase down sequence to happen. And then it's a bit of a sunk cost fallacy where you could get out from here, but they want to go one more time with Nuc finally showing up, but it's still too many members from the rest of the team there. You can see had no way out from that point. The flash from Maple onto the Miasma got a little screwed over there. I think he was going for Labrov to potentially set up the rest of a chase down, knowing the team had Nuc there, but unfortunately ended up grounded after the flash.
I will give Sheo a little bit of a pass because he actually had an upgraded smite. So he had actually a couple of hundred more in terms of true damage compared to the Maokai. JunJia was on 21 on his stacks. He was on 20, so he was able to get that up for him. But it does feel like it was one of those little small moments where it's like, cool, go for the objective or go for the kill. You're never really going to be able to come out with both. So sadly for BDS, they don't get the objective and they do not get out cleanly from that play, but they are still ahead. They are still kind of stacking themselves up, and with that first dragon picked up, they may look for another fight in a minute.
Yeah, we also have Wako, who was the one who grabbed the Rift Herald at the tail end of that chase down sequence, which is nice, but I'm sure that was a little scary.
It's still a little scary because Azhi might have to flash away here. They're going to kind of collapse around him. He does have a blast cone. Flashback over by Adam, who's got himself an ultimate if he wants to try and use it. A flashback from Azhi, just in kind. They're now punching on top of this chase, and the Daisy just standing in front of him. You shall not hit anybody, and this is BDS trying to turn up the heat.
Yeah, you can feel them just playing their champions better right now. The fact that you had Azhi greeting out for the Demolish proc with his E up, but Adam just sticks to him so aggressively, burns that flash.
Might look for something on bot side here. Labrov
TP?
Pushing him in. Maybe a TP in the alcove. It's exactly that. And they're looking for a little bit more. The double knock-up is good. Wako has nowhere to go. He has been grounded. Go to your room, mister. You shall not be able to go play your video games anymore. Woody trying to run away. He will have the Maokai ultimate to just about try and get him out. Now a TP coming in. That's going to be Maple on the backside of this one with the hammer smash. A flash forward from Crownie. One more auto attack. And he goes down. Not quite able to get much more out of it, but a 2-for-2 at the end of it all. And this game is starting to devolve into scraps.
Feeling a little bit like Game 3 right now, where everyone's fighting 24/7. They do end up killing Wako there. I'm not sure if he get a Rift Herald charge off or not. First off, we're going to just take a look at the Maple. Very annoying to play Jace when Daisy is out. It's just always body blocking your skill shots. And one of the things that they'll have to deal with over the course of the game, just so much chase down potential with the slows that she provides by throwing the shield on top of Daisy. There's no way out for Maple there. And yeah, it is on the Rift Herald charge that they go make this play. They grab the 2 plates, able to stop the third one from going down. We'll see if they grab that later, but just so easy with Maple dead. There's no TP to match us in the initial part of the play, but fortunately JunJia was in range to help turn this one around to stop it just being a free chase down onto Woody.
Yeah, it just takes so long to kill off Woody here as well. JunJia comes in, the TP in for Maple as well. We might have to go back to live fairly soon though. Yeah, looks like BDS are trying to stack that up very much the objective they've loved to stack the entirety of the year. They will get themselves a second one, and we will have a Chem Rift to set ourselves up in game number 4.
I feel like I've seen so many Ken Rifts. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I feel like
it's been a lot, yeah.
I don't like it.
I thought we were going to get Cloud Rifts because we're in Korea.
Yeah.
But no, not
Where's
to
Max
be.
at?
Yeah. I mean, maybe when Atlas and Chronicler jump on, that's when that will actually happen, you know?
Hopefully, because Chemtech, it is fun for the blast cones. I'll give it that.
The environment is awesome. Like the blast cones, the extra healing and stuff like that, it can make a lot of things. But the dragon itself, not so much.
I do like the extra vision that they got there. The pink ward staying hidden in that brush, giving them vision of PSG moving down the river here. Adam knowing that he is alone on the top side to pressure as heavily as he wants to. You can see how this matchup goes.
He's going for it. Bring down the hammer. Adam gets himself a solo kill, and this is the Adam that BDS fans wanted to see.
He's popping off yet again, 2-0-1, and it's just going to get worse from here. Anytime that Ignite ultimate combo is available, he'll be looking for these kills, and it just gives so much room for the rest of BDS to play aggressive. There's no teleport that can follow up. That is the concern with the Ignite, is that on the flip side of the map, you might get TP'd on from behind. Not the case right now, and they're able to safely contest, looking for that red buff.
MasterCard lane economy snapshot. This is probably the first time this series we've seen all for BDS right now. Even if it's only a little bit in the jungle and in the mid lane, it does not matter because they are picking up advantages and the momentum that comes with that. PSG need to stem the bleeding. They need to calm themselves down and just realize that they're not able to take some of these fights because it is literally just them overextending a little too much.
Yeah, if you look at how PSG's comp wants to play, it wants to be fairly slow and controlled with Maokai saplings, Jace poke, trying to buy space and make the enemy team walk into you. But if you're getting this really scrappy game like we're getting right now, it's very easy for Crownie and Nuc and all their high DPS champions to get on top of you and chase you down.
PSG, they're worried. They're scared right now because they don't really know how they can try to take a fight right now. Like you said, they want to take it slow, controlled, make sure they're getting off the poke from this Aphelios and the Jace when he has got the Calibrum. So this is now just BDS brute forcing in towards that mid lane. They have a TP on Azhi, but can he make an impact? That's the real question.
No, Garen's already there. I think this is going to be a fake contest by PSG. Just hover around, make Adam commit so that you buy space for Azhi.
Keep him honest.
Yeah, keep him honest. Get some turret, back into his pocket. Get some gold. Hopefully you get him up to level 11 to help contest against Adam, because otherwise you're going to have trouble in side lane all game long.
Bruv, it's not worth it.
The hammer
it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. You need to back away. All right, we're going to have a fight. He really wanted that pink ward. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to probably pay the price for it. Never mind, he's not gone down just yet. And he's got the shielding in from the Ivern as well. The slowdown JunJia finally finishes that one off. The miasma comes in to keep Crownie in a safe position. JunJia now running away. We'll have the blast cone courtesy of Wako, but the TP from Azhi ends up being a 1-for-1 mid laner for support. Still worth for BDS.
Still relatively worth for BDS. JunJia did finish off, or excuse me, Azhi did finish off that turret before shoving that wave in, denying some CS to Adam, who had to stick around to make sure that play did not continue to go bad. But this is Adam doing Adam things, man. He doesn't care about lane assignments. What is that?
Dive him.
There's a kill on the top side.
They're gonna dive him. They know that Adam is there. JunJia very much aware of it, but he didn't know how blood hungry Adam is. He can smell the victory. He can smell the reverse sweep, and he wants it.
He's not done yet. Azhi extended in the long lane. The Rylai's slow.
Oh, they're looking for it right now. We'll get caught out here. Ooh. Adam doesn't want to go for it just yet. Just recognizes he doesn't have exact information on where everyone else was from a PSG, and probably rightfully just backs away.
But the momentum, man, it is completely in BDS's favor after that slaughter of a game 2. To bounce back from that is incredible, and I feel like a lot of this keyed off Adam's Garen, man. He's running around the map, blowing people up, and how many people really play against Garen at the top level know this champion's limits, its threshold, where it's going to kill you from. You can just feel how difficult it is for PSG here, and Labrov, they're trying to punish him. They have the teleport advantage. They think Adam's making his way back down, so I understand why they go for this play. And initially, it looks like it was good for BDS to get that kill onto Maple early on, but you're worried about this chase down sequence lasting too long. But Adam shows back up. Everyone disengages, except for Adam, who's still hovering around the top side jungle. When's the last time he went bot lane? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Adam's just like, well, I thought, he said, someone's like, I thought we disengaged. He's like, no, I decide when we disengage, and gets himself a kill from it. So 2,500 gold lead, similar to when BDS were behind in game number 1. Not inassailable for PSG, but now we're fighting around this dragon pit. They look for an engage. They look to try and maybe get a big hook. Oh no, Labrov doesn't land onto anybody of interest, but does take a fierce chunk of damage onto his own self.
Takes a bit of damage there, about half health, but still going to be relatively healthy, especially if there's any honey fruit that he can find in the river. A little hungry boy.
Eat your veggies, kids. That's all that is. Get you big and strong. But now, Dragon has been started. This would be sole point for BDS at 18.5 minutes. It could be huge. The Rift Herald has to be dropped into the mid lane because it was about to run out of time. So are PSG. They need to look for a fight. Azhi has been spotted on a ward. There is the ultimate from the Maokai, trying to get something in. Smite comes in here for Sheo, so they have secured themselves the Chem Soul. Can they now corral on top of everybody? Maple's dead. The Stride Breaker is massive to try and slow them all down. They're running for their lives. They get the Adam over the wall. He doesn't need a flash anymore because he's got an Ivern and the 1v1 on the bot side. BDS, they're looking for everything. Oh, the hook almost lands onto Woody and Wako. He's still on Aphelios. You have to be so careful of this now, BDS. They're still looking for a little bit more. They'll get so much gold right now. And everything's just going right. It went from all wrong to all right in the space of 2 games.
Absolutely incredible turnaround by BDS, showing the mental fortitude that they had been criticized slightly for from that spring finals, that reverse sweep at the hand-to-man lines, but it's looking like maybe their turn for it. Still plenty of game left to play before we see that happen here. Just really nice setup. Send Daisy forward to get in the way, buy space. Labrov also in front, getting Sheo that smite nice and easy, getting them their third dragon, I believe it is.
Yep, Soul Point.
Soul Point. And Nuc was splitting away Azhi this whole time to stop any sort of flank from happening, so the rest of the team has a very easy chase down sequence here over and over again. We talk about how sticky this composition is. You got to see it. Here's the flip side of the fight. Just what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you're just going to get run down, literally, because you've got the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. You're just constantly being pushed away, and Azhi went from king of top lane in game number 3 to, honestly, nothing really happening for him right now.
Not again.
Bring down Divine Judgment! Adam is owning this topside matchup.
Adam is destroying them with gods this series now. The Garen popping off, the win probability nearly 100%.
And the zoom in there on that last little percent, it's like 99. Yeah.
Couple decimals.
I mean, technically BDS could type FF and surrender. That's always a possibility.
As long as the game is running, it is not 100%.
But they're looking to try and catch out Labrov. PSG know their backs against the walls, and they're getting desperate. Maple can't run away, and now JunJia will go down as well. They're chasing them all away. Wako cleanses, but a bit too early. They're looking for the big Alistair, turning them into beef burgers. Finally, Azhi TP's in with a 3-man counter-strike. Woody just knocks away the AD carry of BDS to try and save his own one. He's going to be able to get him underneath the tower, though, or it's going to be underneath the blue buff. And we go back into another scrappy fight. Adam is coming. Look at the mini-map. They're just waiting. They're waiting for him to come in. They want him to finish this whole thing off. Woody finally going back in, trying to get the CC down. Crownie gets the dust blade, which means he's invulnerable. Crownie looking for a little bit more. They don't need Adam. Double kill for Crownie. BDS in total control.
They instantly move on to the Baron buff after destroying PSG. They are heading to a game 5 almost certainly now after winning that fight. Azhi just had nothing he could do. He dies, teleports back in just to die again. Adam crushing this game. You can see how desperate they are after getting killed there. They say, all right, let's just burger flip a play on the top side. They're going to go for it. Maple sees Labrov caught out of position, trying to find this chase down sequence, but the rest of the team is in range to blow him up, punish him for it. And for a moment, it looked like potentially Wako might have turned it around onto Crownie a little bit when they got a little bit too far ahead of themselves, especially with the teleport coming in on the right side of the fight from Azhi.
Counter-strike was incredible.
This 3-man pull into 3-man counter-strike was great. I think the punt away on Crownie maybe wasn't the right call, but then just look at how annoying Daisy is here onto Azhi, who doesn't know what to do. He gets rooted, he's getting punched, he's getting slowed, he's getting knocked up. He says, fine, you know what? I'm just going to hit Daisy, but then the shield comes in yet again on top of Daisy to stop this from going down, knocked up again. And this whole time, Crownie had finished off Wako and was now continuing to chase forward, and that timing on that Dustblade proc was gross.
I'm glad that Sheo was playing the Dunkmaster Ivern skin, because that Daisy was on man coverage right there. That was just man-to-man coverage at all times. Adam is strong, but, you know, still needs to pay a little bit of respect as he does have the blue buff. Excuse me, blue buff, the Baron buff. Looking to try and get a little bit more pressure, but I mean, 9,000 gold, 3 dragons, 40 seconds till the Chem Dragon Soul. And the funny thing is that normally I'd be like, oh, it's not that great. But then I recognize you have an Ivern, you have a Garen. Like, the Ivern just keeps you healthy. You have so many shields to actually utilize that Baron or that Chem Soul so effectively.
This is actually a very safe composition on the side of BDS, both because you have all the things that the Ivern can provide, but that Cassio's a very surviving champion. So you just have mobility, and so if you get jumped on out of position, sure, you're going to die. But the Everfrost, you have the Rylai's, you end up pretty tanky, you have tons of damage, plus all these shields that can come in. Kaisa can move around the map extremely easily. And yeah, I feel like this is a game 5 that we are heading to. You can see on those graphics there.
Adam looking for a little bit of a move here. 1v2.
Why not?
He is not locked in here with you. You are locked in here with him. Adam now 1v3. We'll take it a 1v4. Wako's left to defend the base. Adam will eventually go down, but PSG, you're losing the game.
Wako will have to defend 1v4 while these teleports come in. It will take some time. They're looking for an empowered recall.
BDS want to send us to a game 5, and they want it now. 24 minutes on the clock. You've got the Alistair in, and the Alistair's back dead. Sent to the Shadow Realm. Now, can BDS get these turrets down? That's the question. Maple looking for a little bit of a movement. They will get the ultimate down onto Wako, who will get back to the safety of his Nexus. Drop back in, though, Crownie! PSG shotgunning BDS to a game 5, but not quite just yet. Azhi is back up. They've no TP onto Adam. They're looking for a little bit. Look at all these brushes. Look at all these little pockets of vision. They don't exactly know where everybody is, and there's no minions.
No minions quite yet. They have cleared all the waves out of PSG, though, and it looks like finally they're going to back off here as multiple members start respawning. Low on resources, undoubtedly have tons of gold to spend here. So BDS, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to get out of this game and onto game 5 already. Crownie calling his shot there onto Wako once that Nautilus ultimate landed. That's one of those synergies for why you love locking in this combination. And it was one of the things that they were getting criticized for. Why aren't they playing Kai'Sa? Why aren't they playing Kai'Sa? Finally, they played it. Who wins in a row most likely here? You just see, don't go after Adam.
Yeah, I mean, it took 4 members of PSG and poor Wako just sitting in his base going, guys, I need help. Like, I can't do
I
this.
know it's a little tilting to play against Garen, but surely he's not worth an inhibitor in all our Nexus turrets.
Well, sadly, that's the trade PSG took. I mean, for BDS, what a turnaround within this series. Like, just incredible to see them now on the precipice of sending it to game 5. And this is the funny thing. They're playing so well. They're doing everything they need to do. But this isn't even the job done. This isn't the qualification match for them just yet. They need to do this and then one more time before they can really take a sigh of relief and then start prepping for Swiss.
Yeah, pretty quick turnaround for this team. And you can see, I mean, I can't even find a pixel on that one this time.
No, I think I'd love if there was a
99.9999999. Yeah.
Just absolutely almost impossible, you would imagine, from the AWS win probability powered by AWS, excuse me. But now pushing in, Labrov maybe looking for a hook. They're going to try and jump onto the Alistair, who hasn't popped the Unbreakable Will just yet, but they have gotten out Nature's Grasp. The Daisy just being so good at keeping everyone away from the carries. Jump onto JunJia, and this could be it. Petrifying Gaze just slows people down. They get the knock-up. Crownie goes golden. They need to kill off the carry of BDS, but he's just been punted away. It's all chaos right now. Sheo moving in. Crownie stays alive, and so do BDS. We are going to game 5. We are going to Silver Scrapes.